Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Epic Mentorship. My name is Dr. Rashid, and today we are going to look at 10 tips on how to use Microsoft Outlook. So, if you are new here, consider liking and subscribing to our channel to keep enjoying more of our useful videos. So, without further ado, let's get started. Right, guys, so the first tip we want to look at is how to create an email signature. Okay, email signature. So you just come over to your desktop Outlook email, and then you try to, as you can see, when I try to send an email, you can see that it has an automatic signature attached down here. So you can create it so that anytime you send out your emails, they're going to look quite professional, and it's going to be automatically added to your emails. Okay, so to create this, it's quite very simple. You can just come to files, and then you go to options, and then you can navigate to mail and go to signatures. Okay, so once you come to signature, you have the option to actually do that, and this is quite long. You can do it in another way, which I will show you much later. So the first thing is to give a name to the email. For example, this is my UTP signature. I can add another one. For example, I can make it ABU signature. All right. And you can associate this with any email address. Okay. You can attach it to any email address. For example, I'm attaching this email address to it. And then you can say new messages. So I can attach this to ABU, for example, for new messages. Once I select ABU, it's going to go for replies and forwards. I think no need to attach the signature because it's already in the beginning. So no need to keep reattaching signature. Okay. So here, once you select ABU and you give a description of it, and you select the default settings of the signature, you can actually start typing your details here. So what I usually do, you can type in your name and all, but I usually like this template, which is given by Outlook. It's a very fantastic template, and I believe you can learn how to use it. It's quite fantastic as well. So you can just customize it to your liking. So you just click on Get Signature Template. Okay, it's going to bring you over here, and you have the option to actually download an existing template, and then you can use for your own. You can customize it to your liking and then use. So you can click on Get Template from here. All right, so we have different galleries. Okay, we can have different varieties, so we'll have to download. All right, so we can open it, allow, see it here. You can see it right here. We have different variety of in the gallery, different templates that we can choose from. This is signature 1, signature 4, for example. We can customize it to your liking. Okay, so this has usually been my favorite, this signature 2. So what I usually do is I will replace this image with my image, for example, taking the same property. So I just right click on it and say change picture from a file. So you can navigate. For example, I have my own picture here, and then you can just select it and it will replace it directly. So you can customize directly from here. All right, so you can customize the remaining ones as well to make it look much more professional. And then so you can just copy and bring it up to the email signature and just paste it. All right, you can play around with the remaining properties, like you can change the coloration here. You can bold and italize and underline where needed, and then you can change the font sizes and font styles as you wish. If you want to put in other pictures, you can as well. If you want to customize these social media handles, once you just right click on it, you can say edit hyperlink, and then you can put the necessary link directly. For example, in my own, I can say, and you can see this So once you click on this, it's going to directly take you to my LinkedIn profile. And then once you click on the same Twitter, for example, you can say edit hyperlink as well. And then you can say / upload sheet. So once you click OK, once you click, it's going to take the same with the Gmail account. So once you click OK, it's going to create that particular signature for you. So in cases when you just click on new email, you're going to have the default one that you set, which is the UTP one that I have set. But then you have the option to insert whichever one I want. By just coming here, I can click on EBU email, okay, EBU signature. And once I click, it's going to be replaced with the EBU one, all right? So you can edit, you can play around with the content as you like. Okay, so once you write your email, can have the email like this. Once you send, the email is going to appear professionally like this. All right. So you can always edit the signature if you want. You can delete, you can add some things. You can do it. Once you come here, you come to signatures. It's going to bring you directly here, and you can edit to what you like, whether the UTP one or the EV one. Okay. You can edit whatever you want, and then you click. Once you click OK, it's going to save. Or you can change the from the template as well. You can choose from another template and try to customize accordingly, even put signature or thereabout. Okay, there are a series of templates that you can just copy and paste directly and just customize to your liking. Tip number 2 is how to set an out of the office automatic email. For example, you are going on vacation and you want to put an automatic email to your Outlook so that whatever email that comes in, whoever sends the email will receive an automatic reply that you are not in town, but so that means you have little or no access to your email account. And then once you are free or you get access, you are going to reply to him immediately. So to do that, you just come to files and then you quickly come to automatic replies. Okay, you click on this and then you are here. Okay, so you can decide to say send automatic replies. Okay, either to not to send or you send. Once you are back, you say don't send. Once you are not around, you say send automatic replies. Only send within this time range. Okay, you can send in your dates. Maybe 23rd, I'll be out, and I'll be back on the 30th. Okay, on the 30th. So I'm going to set it up from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. on the 30th of June. Okay, so you can do the same response to your to senders within your organizations and those outside your organizations. You can vary the emails. Okay, so for example, I want to send the same content. Hi there, I'm temporarily away for vacation, so I will respond to you when I am available. For emergency cases, contact Muhammad at this email. Okay, we respond to you accordingly. Thank you for the question. So you can customize to your liking as well. You can put whatever email you want. You send it to my uh, within organization counterparts. You can send the same email. So once you say, okay, this email from this period of time is going to be sending automatic replies to your email senders. Once someone sends, it's going to receive an auto reply that you are not in office and you respond as soon as you are back or you gain access to your account. The next tip is the at mention. Okay, the at mention is very handy and useful whenever you are typing an email address. So, for example, I'm sending an email address and I decide to just include someone in the emailing list. For example, I say hi Gali, and you can always say at and Gali. Once you put in Gali's name, Gali is going to appear in the email list directly, right? So you can call in another person again and say maybe any other person. You can just navigate and say hi Ibrahim. Ibrahim will be added automatic to your email. So add mention is actually very, very useful, especially when you are sending emails. You don't need to send in different emails to people. You can easily uh, include them within an existing email or directly add them to the particular email, all right? So if you are down there, you can just continue or receive remains, and I will respond and stop it. Right? So, automation is very, very handy and useful in Microsoft Outlook. All right, the next tip is actually the use of the search folder. Search folder, you can always find it down here at the left of the taskbar. You can find it down here, search set folder. It's very, very useful. I find it highly useful, especially when you want to group your emails according to content type, according to type of content sender and all. So once you just want to create search folders, you just come here and just right click to create a new search folder. And then you can select a search folder. You can arrange according to unread mails. You can categorize your unread mails to a particular folder, or flagged mails, or important mails, as the case may be, or you want to put in large mails, okay, or you can put in mails with attachments only, right? And you can, for example, say all my mails with attachments should go to this folder. And then once you click on OK, it's going to create that. And all your mails that have attachments are going to come into this folder, right? And then you can add another one. You can say uh, according to importance, or according to, uh, you can say all my read mails should go to this folder, right? So you can see all my originals are already in this folder, right? And then you can decide to put in, because you can customize even from what you have here. You can say custom, create a custom folder, and then you can choose, you can define what property you want to give it. Maybe you can say you can give it a research group, or your lab group name, for example. We can say that folder. So all emails from Redact should go to this folder. Okay, you can put in the criteria. So you can put in different kind of criteria over here, and then once you are comfortable, or you want to change, you can clear all you want, and you have more choices here. You can categorize them. You can look into different categories. You can see only items that are on read, okay, or those that are one or more attachments that you can define accordingly. And you can go to advanced also and set another other criteria, okay. You can search and put in all other criteria from there, okay. Once you put in all the criteria and say okay, it's going to take in those specific criteria, and it's going to search the email according to the criteria you define, and then it's going to put in there's the customize, and say okay, now you have all your Redact folders, so you have them here, okay. So once you are not comfortable with it and you want to delete search folders, you just right click and say delete. And by this, it means you delete the folder, you did not delete the email. So get it right. You didn't delete the email, you only delete the folder, right? So you can delete the others as well, right? You can delete the folder, yes, but the emails are still there with attachments. You can delete and git or there about anything you want to do. So search folders are actually very useful, especially to get you organized, to get your emails organized and make it easy for you to access your emails as you work within the Outlook platform. All right, the next tip is, do you know that you can attach poll while you send your email? You can attach a poll when you are while you are having a meeting. You can decide to run a poll, and then you can send to members to vote a particular candidate. So to attach a poll to a given email, you just come to your new email, all right, and say insert. So you can come here and say insert a poll, and then you can add in your question here. For example, who is the best speaker today? So you can have options like electronic, right, ocean, valuable. You can add more options. For example, you can say Peter Young. All right. And you can make it multiple choices as well. You can choose more than one person. Okay. So who is the best speaker for today? So you have these options. So you can say next, and then you can preview and have it. Who is the best speaker today? So once you send this email, the person is going to look at it and then make his own vote accordingly as you get your email. So it's very easy to have this. So you can add this to your email, right? So you have it. Who is the best speaker? You can vote from this link. So you just send it to your participants. Okay, there. Who is the best speaker for today? Okay, so once we send this, he's going to see, he's going to receive an email to vote for the best speaker. Okay, so assuming I receive this email, this is how the email is going to appear to me. Okay, so who is the best speaker today? I say yes, Dr. Rashid is the best speaker, and I vote. So instantly as I vote, I will be able to see the the results there and then. And as other people are voting, you can as well keep refreshing to see the results as they are voting. So then in their vote, you can easily see who actually is the best speaker for today. Right. So that is about poll. The next tip is actually the use of distribution email. Do you know that you can send more than one email? For example, if you are frequently sending emails to a particular group of people and you have to always keep on adding. For example, I used to send emails to all my Toastmasters Club members. I have to always look at their emails, look into them, maybe our advisor, search for another name again to keep calling them one by one. Maybe I say Zainab, so I add Han, okay, add Lilo and all that. So I have to keep sending them one by one manually. There's a way to actually create a group of email. I'll call it UTP Toastmasters Club members. And so anytime I want to send with one click, I will address all of the, I will put in all their details and then send. So to do that, you just come over to group down here. Okay. You just hit people. You can say create a new group. For example, you can say UTP Toastmasters Club. Okay, so you can add members by coming here and just click on add from address book. Okay, so you can just search for members. For example, I can put Handle is a member. You can put so once you say okay, it's going to bring in all the members and you can see all their emails. You can add if you want, you can add the members if you want, but then you have them as your UTP Toastmasters list or email list. So you can save and close. Once you have all the members here, you can always save and close. Okay. Okay. So the next time, if you are back here in your email and you're planning to send in your email to the members, you can just come here. Or once you're here, you can just search UTP Toastmasters Club, and all the members are going to be captured in there. Once you click on this, you'll be able to double click, you'll be able to see all the members. Okay. They are all here. You can see the members from here that you are going to send. So within one click, you will send the emails to all these members. Okay, so you can say meeting yeah, okay. Once you hit send, it's going to send to all of them. All right. You can always revisit the group. You can delete, you can edit, you can add, you can remove. Okay? If you want to edit the particular group, you can still come to group. Okay, you can edit this particular one that we just edit. All right, so you can see the numbers. Are they up to date? Or you need to click and edit contacts. You can still add members or remove members as you so wish. Right. The next tip is to learn how to add quick parts. So, for example, if in your email there's a particular text that you always refer to, you always use, during your emails, you can always put it on quick part. So anytime you want to send the email, you don't have to keep referring back to the same email. So for example, if my friend keep asking me, for example, if you keep asking me the top tips that I provide for this Microsoft Outlook, and I kept sending it to my people, to my members, I kept sending, these are the top tips that I make video of, and they keep asking me, this one would ask, this one would ask, so I can just simply select all of them and make it uh, and then I simply select all of them and come to insert quick parts. Okay, as I come here, I can say save selection. Okay, so you can make it my top, you can put a name, my top 10 tips Outlook. All right, so you can it's a quick part, so you can give it a category, you can add a new category, you can say tips and tricks. All right, you add it to the category tips and tricks and give it a description, or you can save it in a particular, you can leave normal name, or you can give options to insert content only, or insert content in its own paragraph separately, or to insert content in its own page. Okay, so you can customize this. Okay, you can say content only. Let's say okay. So anytime you want to send in a message to your friend, for example, you can say Ibrahim, and you select his name, you want to send this to him. So there is no need to retype this. You can only come to insert, and then you go to quick parts, and you can see the list here. Once you click, that list is there. So it's to come handy whenever you need to keep sending a particular context or a particular text. You can always refer to it and send, or you can update or edit as you wish. You can come here, right click on it and say edit properties. Okay, you can edit, change the name and the category, as well as the other properties like the options to attach in the email. Okay, or you can right click and say organize and delete. Okay, you can reorganize accordingly and delete. Okay, using these properties. Okay. So you can do so many things with it. Okay, you can insert at the beginning, you can insert at the current document and the next. So you can just play around and understand how it works. Okay, the next tip is adding quick access. Quick access is actually handy, especially when you want to make everything accessible from the main screen. So you could come here, you can see the only tab you have here is the send and receive button. You can always click to refresh your folders or press F9. So you have this tab also to undo or Control Z. You can add more actually. You can customize your quick access toolbar. You come here, you can see a lot of toolbars that you see a lot of icons that you can add to your toolbar. So for example, I can add a print sign, and it will come here, and then you can easily print your document directly from here. But by clicking there, you can print a document, or you can also come here and go to more commands, and then over here you can see different tools that you can add. For example, you can add save all attachments. You just click on add. You can see an option you can add as well. So you can add save as, you add. So press OK, all of them are going to appear here. Okay? So it comes handy whenever you want to have all your quick parts or quick tools that you can access directly from your taskbar. Okay, you can see options, you can see save as, and then you can add more if you so wish. You can remove more by just clicking, or you can still come to more commands and delete as you wish. All right, you can remove, and once you click OK, they are gone. All right, so it's really quite helpful and very easy to use. Another tip is removing new email notifications. You notice that whenever you you are in a meeting. Okay, so this type of messages tend to be distractive sometimes when you're having meetings. The sounds will come up, and then you will see the dashboard appearing, some emails appearing, and this sign, you have the or read email message sign showing on your taskbar is usually sometimes destructive. Do you know you can eliminate this sign and silence the pop-up and the noise? To do that, you just come to file and just go to options. You come to mail, and then you can remove this play sound. When new messages are in, you should play sound. You can untick it. You can show an envelope icon in the taskbar. You can untick it as well. So display a desktop alert. You can untick it. So no message, no pop-up sound, no envelope sign, and the pointer, your mouse pointer will not change as the emails are coming in. So you can easily delete them or you can deactivate them. Okay, so once you click OK, so the next email that comes is not going to make any sound. It's not going to distract you in any way. Okay, sometimes it gets irritating, so better to control it. Right. The next tip is to add various email addresses to Outlook. Do you know that you can add more than one email address? You can add multiple email address from Yahoo to Gmail to live accounts. You can add them to Yahoo to your Outlook, and they will function effectively as if they are on the normal email platform. All right, so to add an email or any given email address to your Outlook, you just come to File, and then you go to your account information and click on Add an Account. Okay, so you can add any number of accounts. For example, we can add so.a and shoot at gmail.com. So once you click on Connect, it's going to refer you back to email for access. Okay, so you have to say next, and then you put in your password. All right. So over here, you are going to give Google the access to, you have to allow it to access all these details from your account. So you click on allow. Okay, so you have it account successfully added. Okay, so you can see it over here, your account has been successfully added. So you can always uh, check in your mailbox within the same Outlook. The next tip is called work offline. You know that to avoid distractions during the day, maybe you want to concentrate to do more work, you need less distraction. You can actually work offline. So all emails, all messages will be deactivated from getting to your computer. So to do that, you can come to send, receive, and then you just come here and say work offline, right? At this point, you are working offline, so no email, no notification, nothing will get to your computer while you are concentrating to do your work. So except after you finish, you can still come back to send, and you come over here and you click on work offline again, and to try to connect and get you connected back to the internet, and then all the messages you missed are going to come in, so you can respond. So it's actually one of my favorite. You can always at any given point work offline to avoid distractions, and once you are done, you are back, you can get back and continue from where you stop. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for being with me up to this point. I hope you have learned something today. If you do, please feel free to share with your friends. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep enjoying related videos. See you in my next video. Bye.